Hello, good morning, Roll Plus One. Thank you for joining us on our 6th anniversary stream, and thank you so much for everyone who donated already. This year, we're raising funds for medical aid for Palestinians, which provides food, medical aid, and humanitarian aid to Gaza, Lebanon, and the West Bank. So far, we've raised, let me open the Tiltify. Uh, £2,770. Wow, it's a lot of money.
Wow.
Thank you, everyone. Um, yeah, we already reached our first original goal, and I think our second too, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or was
Thank
2,700 second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice. Thank you for everyone who's donated. If you want to donate, you can go to our Tiltify. I'll post a link on the chat. So that's tiltify.com/@roleplusbond/roll hyphen bond hyphen 6 hyphen anniversary hyphen stream.
You
Thank you
can
so
also go
much.
to donate.roleplusbound.com. That
Oh my
works
god,
out.
that's so much simpler.
Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Alice. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find the games that I wrote on alicesv.itch.io. Amongst them, the game that I will be playing today. But before we get to the game, let's also thank the people who are joining me for this game. If you would all introduce yourselves. Let's start with alphabetically, and by a slight margin, Cindy with an I.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Cindy with an I at the end. It's important. Um, yeah, you can find my games over at cindy.h.io. Again, that's CINDI. And yeah, I think that's it for me.
Thank you so
Hello.
much.
I am also Cindy, but this time with a Y. It's not
We're
that
different
important.
people.
Yes, we are different people. Though I think people have gotten confused in other games before. Um, and I have Goblin before, and I am here to Goblin again.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
I'm up next.
Yeah, go for it.
Hi, I'm Halcyon. I gobble in my free times. Yes, I'll plug at the end, but I also make games. He they.
Fantastic. And last but not least, Marin.
Hi, I'm Marn, they them. I like to goblin, and I'm excited for the game.
Thank you so much. Incredible. So, as we've talked about, is everyone ready to play a goblin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is the second game of the third and last day of the stream. It's also the third game of what we've been calling the Goblin Hour, because all three
Yeah.
games on this time slot are goblin related. Um, so today, the goblin-related game we're playing is Journey Through Goblinland, a GM-less storytelling game inspired by Full of Magic that tells a classic high fantasy story from a different perspective. That perspective being of the goblins. So let's get into it. I'll read from the book because that's the best way to get into it. For many years, a war between two great powers has plagued this land. Only the prophesized heroes can, through a journey of self-discovery, friendship, and adventures, get the MacGuffin from the heart of Goblinland to at least put an end of the war. And we couldn't care less about them. We're not these stupid heroes with their fancy prophecies, their shiny swords, and the flash of magic. No, sir. We're horrible little creatures known as goblins, who neither side cares about, and we don't see why we have to care about them. No matter who wins, things aren't going to change for us. And for all we care, they could keep fighting their stupid war forever if only the MacGuffin was in our home and actually very important for us. So that's the premise of the game. It's a GM-less story game. In it, each one of us will create a goblin to play as our own characters, but we'll also create the setting together. So it's a zero prep game. We haven't had to do anything before, which is fun and good for me because I didn't have to stress about it until now. Yeah, then to play the game, we'll take turns choosing a place in Goblinland to go, and then a player will choose the place. That player will describe it and pick one of the associated prompts for us to play a scene around, and we'll all collectively create the scene. Our goals in this game is to try to stop the heroes to get the MacGuffin, but also to tend to the goblin community, to celebrate the MacGuffin, to be loud, to be a nuisance, and just to be a goblin with rich inner life. That's the premise, and then we'll just read the text and fill up the prompts. Any questions before we get to it?
Not yet.
Wonderful. Would someone want to start us off by reading the war prompt page?
Sure, I'll do it.
Wonderful, thank
The
you.
war. Don't get me started on these great powers. On one side, we have the something who are all nah and stupid with their banners. They think every goblin is the Gaul, as if they weren't themselves. The other side is just as bad. The is known for and for being douches. You can recognize them because they are always waving their banners and turning their noses up as goblins because they think we're too when everyone knows they are the ones who are.
Love the
That's
rendition.
great.
Absolutely true. Couldn't agree more. Do we have any ideas for these two great powers?
I have a
I
list
thought
of
it was red versus blue.
I have a big list of possible names for powers.
Oh my god, this is wonderful. Thank you for doing the prep. Um, yeah, shoot us.
Let me see if I can paste it in here. I can. These are general, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
More
and this
of
is also very fun because then we can do
Copy.
that to set their tone and then give a proper name to.
I
Yeah,
like
wrote it down
something else.
quicker.
On one side, we have the something else who are.
It's also very fun for that to be the first one, you know? Like
yeah. On one side, we have the something else.
Yes! Who are all something and also else.
You know what? If they're the something else, I believe they're a very postmodern power.
Mm.
They immediately frame themselves in opposition to everything.
Always playing devil's advocate.
I like that very much. Are they just something else, or are they something else?
Hmm.
I feel like that can get confusing very fast.
I think we'll stick with one something here.
No, the first something was meant to stand in for a word, but yes, let's
Ah,
do.
Oh,
no.
okay.
And now you see why it's confusing.
No, yeah, but I like the
Just-
something else.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they are all postmodernist.
Mm.
That would be the first descriptor.
And contrarians, maybe? Since they're
Contrarian banning. Oh, no, that's the second descriptor, yeah. We're all postmodern, contrarian.
since they're always playing devil's advocate.
Yes.
Yeah. Postmodern and contrarian and stupid. I
What's their
mean,
aesthetic like?
I
The
can't
banners. Yeah.
remember the movements in postmodern art.
Hey, The thing I'm picturing is that they all look like clowns, but like in a way.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Uh,
I mean, my two immediate drives here were either Dadaist banners or
I wasn't
pop art
sure.
banners.
I also Dadaist came up in my head, but I couldn't remember if that was postmodern.
I'm not sure. I think Dada is its own thing.
I think it is.
Yeah, Dadaist banners would be extremely wild.
Yeah, I love that. Is that ism?
No, I have to Google Dadaism.
Yeah.
Already on it.
Ah,
Immediate
yes,
Google
yeah, that's
does
about
it.
what I thought.
Well, shouldn't the banner be something that doesn't look like a banner at all then? Like
Yes, that's what they're all about.
Probably, often, and definitely no two banners are alike.
yeah.
Uh,
One of them's actually just a trash can.
wow, so postmodern, contrarian. And stupid. Um, what would a postmodern, contrarian, Dadaist, grey power think about goblins?
Think like too basic or like
Passe.
yeah.
Not wild enough.
Mm-hmm. Too
We are
conformist, you
so
know?
last Tuesday.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good words. I think conformist and passe are both great.
I think conformist sounds a little better.
Let's do that then. The goal. As if they weren't themselves.
Hmm.
I mean, they are one of the great powers.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
So they're hypocritical about being. Hmm.
It could be hypocritical. They could just be, worthy of critique on their own terms. Um, I want to say sellouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing I was thinking also was shapely, because we heard that they think we're conformists and like, yeah, we have forms, so do you.
That's also wonderful. Yeah, I think shapely is much funnier.
They believe themselves to be platonic ideals, but they have forms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have physical embodiment.
Oh, you think you're not conformist? Take off your leg then. You know?
Oh, look at you conforming to the human body plan.
Yeah, and what's in opposition of something else? What's the something?
Mhm.
Ooh, I've never heard of Estelle before.
Let me introduce you to Friends of the Table,
Yeah.
Partisan.
It is an actual play podcast focused on critical world building, fun characterization, and something interaction between good friends. I might have missed up the
Fun
rest of
interaction between
the.
good friends, I think it is.
Oh, you've heard of them too. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence!
Yeah.
It is a galactic sort of federal constituent.
Mm.
In their states or the styles. What is a good
That would
opposition?
be. Mm-hmm.
What's a good opposition for something that's postmodern and contrarian?
Bureaucrats.
The post-ironic new honesty, the new authentic.
Very art amusement based. I like
Yeah,
it.
no. I think we should go away from art. I'm looking at the Rechtsstaat as the most bureaucratic sounding here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we want to have like a Dutch name with staat in it, we could also go for Rijkswaterstaat, which is the Dutch network for maintaining polders and like road networks.
Honestly, that sounds fun.
That is also extremely opposite of something else.
Yep.
Shall I
Yeah.
write that one? Because I.
Yes,
please do.
please
Okay.
do.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone
Here's
will
my
know how to
phone.
spell that.
It's also very funny because that has existed since like the 1800s, and like. Like, that's one of the first pieces of bureaucracy in the Netherlands, and like it's very funny that they are now like mainly in control of roads, but they existed before like modern day roads did.
Actually, really cool.
Can we get the pronunciation one more time?
I'm gonna butcher this anyways.
Is it going to be Rijkswaterstaat?
That's close. Look, we all gotta do one attempt, okay? I mean, I have already said
Absolutely,
it.
I'm Rijkswaterstaat.
Okay.
Any pointers?
The first part is like Rijks.
Okay. Rijkswaterstaat.
Yeah, that's
Done it. Okay.
very German pronunciation, I would say. Okay, I guess I also need to do it, but I'm Dutch, so Rijkswaterstaat.
Wait, this is homework?
This is homework.
Yeah.
Rijkswaterstaat.
Yep.
This will be on the test.
Do I get like 10 points for attempts?
Yeah. That's the only thing you get points for. I get less points because I know how to pronounce it, so, you know.
Do you want to try mine?
Oh, sorry. Rijkswaterstaat?
Good one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And they are just as bad as something else. It sounds like they're known for bureaucracy.
Yes.
They might.
Do you want to keep writing it, Alcyon?
Sure.
I guess like whoever does the reading can write the most of it unless there's something we can't pronounce or spell.
I feel like this was a challenge to write bureaucracy correctly.
Everything is a test. Oh no. Horrible for goblins.
It's fine. You can misspell as many things as you want on your own goblin sheet. Goblins have that right.
I'll do that on purpose.
I have dyslexia, so that will be no issue for me.
Right.
Mm,
They're known for bureaucracy and sticks up their butt. That might be too long.
I feel like being douches and plus bureaucracy already implies the sticks up their butts.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I think it's very funny if they are still known for like their water work or like building things.
Mhm.
Engineering,
Mhm.
perfect.
Yes.
And
yeah,
I think engineering is very contrarian to postmodernism.
absolutely.
Yeah.
As much as scientists giggle about how loose engineers are with things, still got to be pretty precise about load limits and stuff.
Mm-hmm. You can recognize them because they are always waving their blank
Spreadsheet banners.
Spreadsheets, yes. Wait, is Sleepy Sven one of these?
What?
Yes. Too bad he's not here. He's from the first Goblin game.
Okay, I was.
We had a goblin whose specific skill was middle management.
Yeah. Well, man agent, but yes, also management.
Oh no, he has moved to the Rijkswaterstaat. Don't betray us.
Yeah. They're always waving their spreadsheet banners and turning their noses up at us goblins because they think we're too.
He down up on this floor.
Are we too much like the sea? Which
Mm.
the Rijkswaterstaat is obviously in opposition to.
Well, but not like water is literally one of their like words in there.
They are in
Maybe we're
eternal
too
war
much
against
like
it,
a
aren't they?
pothole.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a war. It's more of a like it's more of a toxic relationship, I would say.
Toxic codependency.
Yeah.
I do think it's very funny for something else to think us to be conformists, and then the Rijkswaterstaat think we're too like the ocean, question mark, which is a
Yeah.
very postmodern thing to think about old goblins. And just imagine engineerings talking to each other like, yeah, man, those goblins are just too much like the ocean, you know?
God.
They wave their hands too much. Question mark, question mark.
Sure.
I feel like Oceanic brings up other questions like the size of this world, where.
Okay. Yeah, oceanic does imply that we might be from the ocean, and we don't have to be.
Ocean like just implies that we're blue, probably.
Or maybe loud. We don't know. We don't know their exact beef with the ocean.
No, yeah. Each
There are
goblin
many
can be ocean
reasons.
like in their own way.
Yeah. I do
And then
think
there's
that members of Rijkswaterstaat, the most important members of Rijkswaterstaat should be named after the Delta Works, which are like big infrastructure, like anti-flooding infrastructure in the Netherlands. So you have like the Afsluitdijk and what are the... I will look up the Wikipedia page for the Delta Work.
Oh my gosh.
I love having Dutch words to pronounce. It's like having a fun little pause on the middle of a sentence.
Or the
Right.
Oosterscheldekering, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
That one comic about geologists, the Of course, we geologists think everyone knows everything about the Hirschspatzerstadt. Of course, everyone only knows about the blank blank.
Uh-huh. Also, I love this map here, which is like, I Wikipedia has given me a cursed map, which is
It has.
so great.
And if you click on it, it just opens the contour map without the titles.
God, what a map. I'll see if I can get this up on stream. Can I just copy paste shit in there? No, I can't. Why do you gotta do me like that, OBS?
You can just put it in Miro.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Like, why did cops so weird? Anyway, it's this map, which is like...
Oh my gosh.
Completely illegible.
Yeah, it's a map of Ceylons, but it's completely covered with the names of the various delta works. It's very funny. Anyway. Sorry for the tangent.
No,
I love
absolutely.
that. I love that there's something decaying just starts off the map and you can't read the beginning.
Yeah. I think that's Oosterscheldekering, but yeah.
Cool. My version, I just get Scheldekering. It still doesn't fit. Lovely. Whew. Fun with maps.
And one last prompt for the great powers. When everyone knows they're the one who, I think they're the ones who are always minding the ocean, right?
Yeah, they're the ones who have water in their name.
Yeah.
Have water in their name?
Yeah.
I love that. I can see why something else who's postmodern think we're very conformist. We do read things very literally.
Yes.
Do you want to make it bigger and just underneath?
Or maybe just run off the page.
I think it'll be hard if anyone's trying to read
Carlos
it.
conformist now.
Oh, yes, nice.
Going off the line.
Ooh.
Wonderful. Now that we have the two great powers, let's get ourselves some heroes.
Someone else take these.
I'll take it, I guess. And then we have the heroes. There's a leader. Who can't stop talking about being the chosen one, their fancy prophecies, and how they... As if there was a single person in this land that hadn't heard about that. With them we have the one with the shiny sword. Who keeps swinging the damn thing and talking about and the one with the flashing magic. What's their face? Oh yeah. What sort of name is that? Well, they can't shut up about magic and how it... boring.
Wonderful. Yeah, so we need making 3 heroes. I think it's useful to pull them from either side of the war since we already have some world building for that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we should just get back that list of and just take it from there.
Yeah.
Oh, the map.
Oh, that too. We can take 1 or 2 from the map and then
Yeah.
1 or 2 from the.
No, that was a
yeah.
list of types of government or, types
Yes.
of political faction.
A
I
person
don't
can be
believe a
named
hero should be
after a-
named the Protectorate. I mean, okay, the Protectorate is actually pretty cool. I don't believe a hero should be called the Commonwealth.
Okay.
She made out of like three people in a trench coat.
A Commonwealth is just a polycule with a single checking account. Because their wealth is common. Um, do we want the leader of the heroes to be very ostentatious?
How so?
Because I have a very ostentatious name on hand.
Go for it.
Wonderful.
Let me just paste that in. There we go.
I can't read that.
The first stone cast by he who is without sin.
Oh, I do
His
not
friends call
believe
him.
they live that way.
His friends call him he.
He man?
Because he would always says, just call me Stone, and nobody does.
Uh, I think this give us the opportunity to say how they can stop talk he can stop talking about being the chosen one, his fancy prophecy, and how he cast the first stone who was without sin.
Sure.
Wait, is he the stone or the person casting it?
He's the Stone.
Fox up to straight couple confused. Which one of you is the stone and which one is the one who casts it without sin? Sorry.
I did not know that was like that thing that Jesus said. Thank you very much for the clarification. Mm. Bye. And is he a part of either one of the powers or not?
If he is, then probably something else. But
Perfect.
maybe just not. These are kind of postmodern vibes that are expressed in that name and belief.
Can also have so that he isn't, and the other two are very clearly pulled from either power. Why
Yeah,
not?
I think that sounds more fun.
Okay,
A sort of
wonderful.
trio of loyalties.
Mm-hmm. And which one is more postmodern and which one is more bureaucratic? Waving a sword around or doing magic?
Hmm.
Depends on how we feel about magic.
Yeah.
Is this sort of witchy magic where you declare an impossible thing and then it happens? Or is this like wizard magic where you study the rules and formulas for 20 years?
They do say it's flashy, so I think they're more postmodern.
Fair.
Sure. Well, it
Or
doesn't
at
say they
least
string
it's
a sword
flashy to
around.
us.
It just says the damn thing. So, maybe it's like project plans or something that they're like swinging around.
They're just trying to cut down logs, but we take it as a personal attack.
Also, for a moment, I misread that in that we're supposed to name the shiny sword instead of the hero.
We should also name the shiny sword. That's fun.
Name the stone, name the he, name the sword, name the man who wields it. We should
I
probably name
think.
the wand then at that point.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So if the shiny sword hero is from Reichsvaterstadt, then it should have a
That's a work name.
yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like Philip's Dam is the most clearly a name,
Mhm.
but we can also be more creative and choose one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Or what if it's just one word, Philip's Dam?
It is.
It is one word.
No.
The Dutch
We're
language
done.
loves to concatenate words, so
Oh my gosh. I thought it was like Philip's Dam. Nope.
I mean, it is, but it's one word.
yeah. I do kind of want this to be the most cursed name though, so
I'm looking at Markizatskade, which
yeah. That's the
sounds
one
fun.
that I'm yeah. That's the one that I'm like, wait, how do I pronounce that? I think it's Mariekzaatskade, but no, that's
The
wrong.
moment you post it, I'll I'll further butcher that.
Markiezaatskade. I think. Um.
Oh, hey, with the link. Yes, good.
yeah, okay. It does link to Dutch Wikipedia. I put open the Dutch page because that had a
Excellent.
nice table. So.
So it also so now we also have a profile picture for them from 1984.
yeah. It's a 4-kilometer long dam between Zuid-Beveland and the Molenplaat by Bergen op Zoom. Of course.
Markizatskade?
Mhm.
Well, we're goblins, so we can pronounce it however we want, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, I
You're
have to
so
practice
right.
mispronouncing this, okay? Fuck, no, I am the one who has to struggle with. I can't pronounce
I'm
it right.
happy with Markizat's Cade.
Yeah, I think we just call him Marky Cade, you know? Like,
Marky Mark.
And what does Marky Mark keep talking about?
hmm. I think the importance of maintaining groundwater levels, you know?
Yes.
Or like aquifer preservation, something. But yeah, groundwater
yeah.
levels is good.
Isn't that a Oscar Wilde play?
No, this is not an Oscar Wilde. This is an Oscar subdued play.
No, that's not what I want to do.
Okay. Now, how about a postmodernist name?
Oh boy. Once again, I have a whole document.
Of postmodernist names? Wow, that's...
Of various names, but they fit better with postmodern stuff here. Things like Erinaceous, which just means related to hedgehogs. Dancer on the moors. Kind disregard. Friend cat. Walk softly. Edifice of grandeur.
I think if you used Frank Cat in a game with me before because I remember that name.
It's very possible. This is not a new list.
I like the one with the hedgehogs.
Yeah. There's also Weltschmerz. And where did we go wrong? If there's nothing left, why are we still here?
That does elicit the what sort of name is that response.
Oh, also, Sir Gawain. One word.
I also think it would be very postmodernist of them to have a name that was somewhat meta about being a name.
What if it's literally meta?
What if they're named Omen in reference to Nomen est Omen?
What if their name isn't like a thing you like? It isn't language, a thing you pronounce, but like a sound you make. You know, like.
Oh no.
Oh no! What if they're Prince, and their legal name is like a symbol that has no set sound?
Uh-huh.
This is wonderful. How are we gonna talk about them?
That bastard.
Yeah, let's choose some emojis then, I guess.
Mhm.
Cat with hard eyes?
Oh wait, we all type a emoji in our like common chat, and then that's the name. Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'll type it at the same time, and then like do the.
Hold on. Let me find a good one. Figure out a good one.
Mhm.
Okay. What options?
Okay, I am ready.
I am also ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Count us in.
I don't know.
Okay. We're waiting on Cindy with a Y, and
Uh-huh.
I don't use emojis often. The list is too long.
it is.
Just pick something that you know.
Okay.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
I just scrolled until I reached this and I'm like, ooh.
That's a good impulse.
Does somebody want to do a countdown?
Yes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, send. Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
we have a person face palming, low battery, Rolf, seat, Mahong,
Mahjong.
Mahjong. Wonderful. That's a
There was
vibe.
also Hanafuda next to it, but Mahjong is personally in my life. Oh no, one of them doesn't show up. That's extra funny.
They do show up for me.
Oh, I don't see the fourth one.
Okay. It's supposed to be an empty battery.
Yeah,
It shows up
well,
on
it's
screen if you
literally
want
a
to look at
square,
it,
so
but yeah.
that's great.
Okay.
What sort of name is that?
What?
And they can't shut up about magic and how it, like, boring. What does postmodernist magic look like? Oh, that's a fact I didn't know about magic.
Is that an actual person or somebody you made up?
Oh, it keeps going.
Exactly. It just keeps. Anyways, that was a bit.
No, I like that bit.
I thought you were gonna keep it.
Fine.
But it needs to go off the page. Or we should only be able to read like the first part.
I love this. Is this pulled from a Wikipedia page or something? Where is this coming from?
I've read enough of Wikipedia in my life. I know the format.
Oh, there's more of it. Wonderful. I think Mail-In Essay is the funniest sort of publication you write. And I love the callback to Enuncier. Shoutouts. Callback as in callback from history. Not because we mentioned it before.
Zoom in the Twitch chat a bit so they can like read this the Twitch thing in a bit so they can read these wonderful arguments being made.
Would you also like to read it out loud, maybe?
Oh, sorry. Make it more legible.
Well, they can't shut up about magic and how it was discovered in 1764 by Dieter Bohlen in the town of Göttingen. Now, importantly, it was first used as a method of separating high-quality copper ores from low-quality copper ores. The necessity for it is described in a mail-in essay now known as the Ea Nasr argument. It took another 286 years for the broader applications of magical theory to any type of practicality. Now, of course, in this day and age, we use it for so many...
Boring. Enough about them. I love this so much. This is very Jonathan Strange and Dr. Norrell coded. I love this sort of magic. Also very not postmodernist.
Extremely not. I was thinking that as it kept going. Too practical.
We did say they are very shapely, so.
Yeah.
Quite hypocritical.
Yeah, I changed the name there. So Dieter Bohlen is one half of Modern Talking, a famous in Eastern Europe German synth pop duo from the 80s.
Wow, I
I
can't
forget
believe
what
they
the other
invented
guy's
magic.
surname is, but his name was Anders, and apparently I bolted them together. But I think it's funny if it's an actual person.
I mean, they were
Wonderful.
able to make up magic before they were born. That's pretty impressive. Should we move to Goblinland?
Yeah, only one left.
All right. The heroes only matter to us because they want to get through our home and get our MacGuffin. Neither the powers nor the heroes care much about Goblinland. They think it is, and so they usually keep their distance. But we know the truth. Goblinland is and the only place we can be ourselves at peace. For generations, we goblins have been using the MacGuffin to. MacGuffin isn't even the thing's name in our language. It's actually called which sounds much better than MacGuffin. So they think it is.
I think with the Hishkvata stat, It would be funny if they think it's wet.
Like swampy and shit, you know?
Yeah. That's what bothers them so much.
I think it's also very funny that the something else is apparently also afraid of this because of that.
It's just unpleasant. It's very wet.
It's soggy. You know, they don't like. It's not like they think it is wet like a swamp and you're gonna get the diseases and everything and you don't want to go there. No, they think it is wet like England.
I mean, I have bad news about the Netherlands. It's wet like England.
Well, that's why they're so against. Like, what
Yeah.
is that?
We have wet like England at home.
Yeah.
Goblinland is actually dry. No, that's too funny. Although I do think that would be kind of funny.
It's
Yeah,
a
what do
dry
we
type
like
of
about
rain.
What? What is a dry type of snow? No, snow is definitely wet.
CO2. Dry ice.
Huh.
Hmm.
No, actually, the rain is made of ice 9. That's
Oh,
What is that?
technically everything is wet, but it's also ice in room temperature. So
ice 9 is a made
Terrifying.
up thing in the what are they called? Nunnery games 999. It's a thing that happens in there. It's
a thing made up by Kurt Vonnegut, and I believe in the story called Ice 9.
Okay. It's,
or maybe Cat's Cradle, one of those.
Yeah. It is
I
like
bet
a lot
the
of weird
999
conspiracy.
people just put in there because it has 9 in the name.
Yeah. I mean, they do like weird conspiracies, is the thing, so, you know.
I don't know how to describe that in a word.
Maybe we don't. Maybe we go for something better. Easier.
Yeah. I don't think the goblins known about Ice 9 either, you know, like...
There's one or two that are quite well read, but the rest will be very confused.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be in a position of being wet. It can be wet, and also we like it because of.
Honestly, I love it. It is naturally room temperature.
It's not that wet.
It's pleasant.
Pleasant enough. But it's also...
I want something... I would like something that is like very... high prestige coded. Like... Holy. Glorious. World renowned. No, not world renowned.
Go to thesaurus.com.
Themed.
Resplendent.
Ooh, that's a nice
Effervescent.
one.
Effervescent is very funny to me. Resplendent is very good.
Oh no, how do you spell effervescent?
More homework. Yeah.
There's no red line. I'm hoping that's right.
I don't think it is, but I like the spelling.
I I'm guessing.
I okay, I'm basically only think this is wrong based on seeing the name of the band Evanescence, but like
Apparently, I spelled it right
wow,
miraculously.
okay.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Do I get 1 point for that?
Well, that
Yes, and the
brings you
winner
up
will
to
go home with a
11
coveted
points
golden ear.
total.
What was it they say in like that one show, like, or something something and the points don't matter?
Rules are made up.
Yes.
I want to do a tiny sidetrack. Talking about some sort of board game. One of my friends described it. It's like Monopoly. The person with the most points wins, which wasn't true about the game we were playing. It is also not true about Monopoly.
You're right.
What is money if not points?
But the point is, you don't win for having more money. You win for everybody else having no money and being knocked out. That's meaningfully different.
Well, that's having the most money in a way.
We are being very much from something else.
Okay, and for generations we Goblin have been using the MacGuffin too. What do we
We don't.
use the MacGuffin? What is the MacGuffin?
Do we need to decide on what the MacGuffin is, or can the MacGuffin be like something
Yeah, we don't need
effervescent?
to effervescent and room temperature. But yeah, what do we use
Effervescent
it for?
is the escape of gas from an aqueous solution.
Do we use it to get our ducks in a row?
Mm. A literal tux, right? A literal row? Or...
Of course. Or room temperature ducks. Maybe that's why they think our place is wet, because we've got so many ducks.
And maybe that's why they think we are conformists, because we always keep them in a row.
Yep.
I have a suggestion for what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jeremy.
Okay.
Karam is a lovely name.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the name of the head duck? That's why he can get the other ducks in a row.
Jeremy the duck conductor.
Yes!
The duck conductor, who's the only thing that can stop the war.
The conductor.
Oh my god, you're
Yes.
so right.
We came to the same conclusion.
Actually, the name Jeremy comes from the French chair ami, which means chair friend. I'm sure chair means chair in French. That's...
No, they just use
Is
it as a loan word.
Is Jeremy like so big and so fluffy we can sit in him?
Possible. Or are we that
That's why he's
small?
this chair
Or
friend.
whoever named them that just was very small.
We are goblins.
That's
We
true.
could be very small. Maybe it was like a Clifford the Big Red Dog situation. We found them as a tiny duck.
Maybe. Or, maybe it's like that cake song. Something big duck and a small goblin. Do 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 do.
I have no idea what song you're talking about, but yes, exactly.
This is
So.
fine. It's a song called Long Skirt Short Jacket.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It looks like we have the war of the heroes in Goblinland. Now it's time for us to create our goblins.
Yeah. So me and
What
Cindy
does
are
it mean
importing
to
our
be a
goblins from game 1, from Goblin Game 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had the thing again where I thought you were talking about me. But second, I was like, oh wait, not only Cindy here.
I'm lucky that we have a sort of character conversion tool that let us do this easily.
There's something I want to say, like to do callbacks to the last game that I'm always chatting about, but I don't actually know that much about the subject at hand.
Oh no. I am always chatting about that time I brought all the Slim Shadies to Rapala. Well, helped with, but
I
you know.
was gonna write always chatting about shiny wrappers, but I don't know that much about wrappers. I think I'll write it down and be like, they don't know I'm making it up.
Exactly.
I mean, also, one of our most important factions in our game is Dadaist, so I'm sure whatever rapper he can come up with could conceivably exist.
Ooh, true. We ended up with one of the words the same, Halcyon, but they're in different places. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be fun.
Okay, time to Wikipedia.
Oh no. My unfortunate thing with Marin's unfortunate thing is extremely unfortunate.
Oh no.
Hopefully the sliminess helps us avoid these situations.
Wikipedia
Oh,
isn't giving me what I want.
I did use a goblin name generator, I think from like fantasy name thing. I think if you just Google like goblin name generator, it'll come up with something if you want to use that. Should we add pronouns?
Yeah,
Sure.
what I'm looking right now is a list of slug types.
Banana.
There's some that are just colors, black, yellow. That's boring.
Yeah, the slug scientists aren't very creative, honestly.
One is just large red.
I keep wondering whether Mars Gastrobot is non-Newtonian like a liquid or non-Newtonian like relativistic physics. Anything is better to not know, but it's fun to wonder.
Or just in opposition to Newton the person. That's also possible.
Mm, yes.
You just copied it. You would get along well with.
No, you don't get it. What I do is endearing.
Mhm.
Well, when they talk about it, it's boring.
Also, I love the implication that slugs and magic are basically the same thing.
No, I'm gonna change the date. Slugs were discovered 1 year earlier. Then the following year, Dieter Bohlen discovered magic to do the same thing, and slugs became.
Aww. Well, at least they'll no longer be experimented on.
I wish I could just fade out the text, you know? Like, I don't want to write more, but I also want to imply that I'm writing more, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Copy the Lauren Ipsum.
yeah.
But not like leave on an ellipsis, but like make it more transparent as the text goes,
Mm-hmm.
or smaller.
Oh, sorry.
That's great.
I
So
do.
much goes off stage.
Okay, wait. Can I bring your shit to the forefront so it just fades back?
I feel like this is gonna bring the sheet from the forefront from every text. I think it's easier for you to mess with the text.
Okay. God.
No, I was able to do it. Bring to
Oh,
front.
wonderful.
Yeah,
No, but
except
then
now everything I wrote is behind my
Oh,
sheet.
Oh
yeah.
no, my bad.
Wait.
I'll
Can I
fix it.
undo? Control Z. Oh.
Back, and
Okay.
now we do this one. Send to back, and then we do this one, send to back. Yay!
Yeah.
No, got
Nice.
it good.
I do also like that I accidentally cut off that middle part in the middle of the sentence before the mistake.
Yeah. Just very excitedly. Oh, and the next thing.
Yeah. Don't finish making your point. Why would you do that if you have another thing to tell? Come on.
That is left as an exercise to the listener.
Uh-huh.
I like how many of us have animal related facts.
Yes. I also have to explain that my pet cows, they have very sharp noses, webbed feet, very fluffy wings, and they might
The-
actually be ducks.
It looks like we're basically done with our goblins.
Yeah.
Let us introduce ourselves then. I can start.
Okay.
I'm a goblin, which is great. It means that I'm slimy and non-Newtonian and small. It also unfortunately means that I have a hard time holding things, but I'm used to it now. My name is Marsh Gastropod, they it pronounce, which is a very respectable goblin name. I might not have a fancy prophecy, a shiny sword, or flashy magic, but I do have a suitcase full of wonderful snails. And in Goblinland, I'm known for finding the best bugs. I'm always chatting about how slugs were discovered in 1763 by Dita Bowen, the town. Oh shit, I can't read that.
Read it from the
Göttingen, now importantly, was first used as a method of separating quality copper from low quality copper ores. The necessity was for it was described in a mail-in essay known as oh shit, it should be a different name because it wasn't. Was
Maybe
this
it
in
wasn't the
Newfoundland?
same thing, you know? Like, discover both at the same time.
The Aina Seer discussion. It took 287 years for brother application of slug theory to any practicality.
So there's still slug experiments. Hopefully they're treated ethically.
I think I'm the only one doing slug experiments now. I think everyone else moved on to magic.
For you to want to discover the applications.
Yeah, that's why I keep a suitcase full of wonderful snails.
Okay, also important question. Are you the only one who believes there are applications for slugs?
Look, applications are very easy. You take a slug, you apply it to a problem, and then it's there.
Physically, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shall we go around then? Like, I guess to the right. I am a goblin, which is great. It means that I am distractible and ambidextrous and small. I don't know what they have to do with each other, but they're all true. It also unfortunately means that I sometimes get sat on, but I'm used to it by now. My name is Slaub. The C is pronounced as an S, which is a very respectable goblin name. I might not have a fancy prophecy, shiny sword, or flashy magic, but I do have pet cows. The cows are italicized and in quotes. And in Goblinland, I am known for my trash origami, which is obviously most respectable and beautiful. And I was always chatting about shiny wrappers because of the one adventure that Smirt and I went on.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing the same bet we did last stream together, Sydney, of also picking a similar name. And the
Oh,
name
that
I
would be
was
mad confusing.
yeah, and the name I was thinking about was pronounced very differently because I didn't know how it was supposed to be
Which
pronounced.
would have been extra funny.
Yeah. But anyway, I went with some different shit. So yeah. You're a goblin, which is great because it means you are talented at skateboarding and good at farting and small. Unfortunately, it also means you're always wet, but you're used to it by now. Your name is flagged Franker Frantic, she pronounce. I think the thing that happened here is that like nobody remembers what her name is, so every time someone gets her name wrong, she just adds it on, so it's right now. You might not have a fancy prophecy, shiny swords, or flashy magic, but you do have a skateboard with 3 wheels. And in Goblinland, you're known for my 6 shredding. I think I think Flirt interprets this as like being good, known for. I think what it actually means is that, you know, she fucks some shit up by trying to skateboard at places. You're always chatting about really nobody can cast the first stone because you're all with sin. Whoever believes the opposite is a fool and should. That's not one book said. War myths and order amen. Consider the thing edit. I'm not gonna. I wanted to do the fading out bit, but then I realized that would be kind of difficult to do. But when you do it, that's endearing.
Ooh, Halcyon, how did you copy?
I selected an area, Control C, go over here, click on an empty space, Control V.
Oh, but did you like print screen it?
No, I'm just in Magma, went in, used the selection tool,
I'm gonna see if I can.
drew a box around my character. Unfortunately, it decided that all transparency should be black. Weird, but
It does
it's
look
fine.
funny. It looks like a very ancient drawing.
Yeah. If you zoom in, you can probably see that I am wearing a crop top, bell bottoms, no shoes, never shoes. Which is to say, hi, I am a goblin, which is great. It means I am stylish, barefooted, and small. I also have a mohawk. It also unfortunately means that I am distractible, but I'm used to it by now. My name is Smart, she, he, which is a respectable goblin name. I might not have a fancy prophecy, shiny sword, or flashy magic, but I do have 7 cell phones, and in Goblinland, I'm known for bird impersonation. I'm always chatting about that time I brought all the Slim Shadys to rap Hala, but when I do it, it's endearing. Importantly, bird impersonation is not mimicking bird calls. It's not bird mimicry. It is identity theft of birds.
Okay.
That's why I have 7 cell phones.
No, yeah, absolutely. I saw 7 cell phones, bird impersonation, got it.
Yeah, you steal the SIM cards.
All right, you are a goblin, which is great. It means you are long-legged, dreamy, and small. It also unfortunately means you are easily crushed, probably because of the long legs. But you're
Oh,
used to it by
no.
now. Yeah, I'm mostly legs. It's fine. Your name is Pod Frogfinder, he, him, which is a very respectable goblin name. You might not have fancy prophecy, shiny sword, or flashy magic, but you do have a complete alphabet, and in Goblinland you are known for befriending frogs, and you are always chatting about water conditions, but when you do it, it's endearing.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that my name is ironic. I'm not that good at finding the frogs. But when I do, we always become friends. It's fine.
That's
Yay.
wonderful. Better to have a frog in hand than 2 frogs flying.
So true, so true.
Oh, it's such an issue when they fly away.
It is.
Wonderful. We now have our setting and our goblins. What do we think about making a 10-minute break and then coming back to get into the play?
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Back in 10 minutes then. In the meanwhile, let me see if we had any donations. I don't know which one were read last time. The last 2 are by Anonymous, 39 pounds, and by Rain, 60 pounds. Thank you so much. In the meanwhile, we're gonna be hearing Devon's music. We'll be back in 10.
See ya.
Yeah.
Wait, let me actually go to the break screen, sorry.
That'd be wonderful. Hi everyone, we're back playing Journey Through Goblinland. Oh, wonderful. Straight to the wonderful drawn goblin. That is Morin's goblin. Pod Frog Finder. Look at those legs.
Yeah. Leggy.
It's beautiful.
Dreamy even, I'd say. Yeah, we created the war, the heroes, Goblinland, and now our goblins. So we're ready to get into the play part of it. Um, does anyone want to start or should I?
Yeah, I think you should show us how it's done.
Yeah, absolutely. To play through the journey, we pick a place, then pick one of the prompts. And then we play a little scene there. There should be at least one goblin in every scene, but there's no need for the heroes to be there. We can do scenes without the heroes, or you can do scenes with the heroes. Multiple people can play them, or one person can play all the heroes, who specifically sound very much alike to our goblin ears. I think a good place to start is the border, where the heroes first enter Goblinland. So I'm gonna pick that one. The prompts for the border is we watch from afar, a surprise, or greetings. And I think I'm gonna choose we watch from afar at start. And to describe it, we've said that Goblinland is wet and room temperature and effervescent. I think right at the border of Goblinland, you can see the border because on one side of the border it is raining. The Goblinland side of it. I think I'm gonna pull from what we said in character creation, say that the rain is like dry ice rain. It's just raining fog.
Oh my god.
And I think we are as many goblins as we want. Are all on one side of the border. I think maybe we heard that the heroes were coming and wanted to go see it happen. And they are standing right on the other side of the border, like testing out the dry rain. Who would want to join me for this scene, playing either a goblin or one of the heroes? Or all of the heroes?
I'll take on a hero.
Who want to be with Marsh Gastropod? On the other side, looking at the...
Yeah, I'll join. Flirt, Franker, Fantek will join you.
I think Slelb is also walking their pet cows.
Yeah, wonderful. I think I have almost, since you're walking your pet cows, I'm walking my wonderful snails. Do you keep your pet cows and like, how do you walk them?
Well, they technically have wings, but for some reason they don't fly, so I think they're I say I'm walking them, but I think I'm being dragged a bit.
Fantic is like hanging on at the back of a cow standing on her skateboard, you know? Like
Oh hell yeah! Doing
Rad.
sick flips.
yeah, like skaters do with cars, but instead it's a cow and it's a lot slower. But you know.
Yeah, I think I'm on top of one of the cows and I have put all my snails also on top of the cow. So they're also riding one of the quote unquote cow. Um, yeah, I think I'm chatting about slugs and snails and how I'm finding the broad application of them when we see the heroes. And like, we have tried it with slugs before, but I think snails are the next big thing. Snails for sure can differentiate silver, high quality silver from low quality silver. Because slugs do copper, you know?
That makes sense.
Make stones out of that?
That makes
Mm.
sense. Sorry, what did you say, Cindy?
Oh, Flirt was asking if you can make stones out of that. Also, for reference, I think the reason Flirt is always talking about nobody being able to cast the first stone is that she heard someone mention that once, not because she's familiar with the Bible.
That also makes sense.
Yeah, you can for sure make skates out of everything, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you shouldn't cast them though, you know?
What's your skateboard made of?
I don't know. I think like does a like kickflip to pick up the skateboard, and like I think she tries to land on the skateboard thinking it's still there even though she's holding it and like face plants.
Wow, sick trick. I haven't seen that one before.
I think stands up. Thank you. I think like walks up beside you, looks at the skateboard. It's just like I don't know. This wood?
I put one snail on top of it. I look at the snail, smell the snail. Yeah, I don't know, probably would.
Sick.
See, the broad applications of the snails are infinite.
Hell yeah. I don't think like puts back the skateboard and hitches on the cow again. Every so often, like the one wheel that's missing, like the stubby there grinds across the ground, you know?
I think that's when we see the three heroes standing beyond the border. Wait, where are
Yeah.
those?
And the first stone cast by he who is without sin is sort of standing in front, gesturing at the other two, being like, "Let me figure this one out," and doing that thing where he puts a hand into the rain, takes it out, looks at it, puts it back in, takes it out, puts it in, does this like 7 times until declaring, "This rain is not wet. Wizard,
Yeah.
please deal with this."
Ha, look at them, they think the rain's wet. Dorks.
Nerds. What are they wearing? Jeez. Wait, is it like one of the... Are they from those two weirdo kingdoms being together? That's weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen someone wearing clown clothes along with someone wearing a yellow helmet in a long time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the wizard is conjuring like at first tries to make umbrella, but only creates like cocktail umbrellas. Thinks to themselves a little, and then oh, here's an idea, and just starts sort of does a gesture where they I want to say they have like a staff and sort of touch one end of the staff with the other hand, and then extend as far as they can reach with one hand, and in the other direction as far as the staff can go, making like as long a line as they can, and just start printing a tarp.
Oh shit, they're using Dieter's Boland's last known discovery, magic. Huh. They should just be using slugs.
Yeah. Just like
That'd be much
about...
more efficient.
But what are they trying to do?
I don't know.
No. What would you need a tarp for?
The rain isn't even wet.
Yeah. It's room temperature.
And effervescent.
Perfectly pleasant.
Yeah, I think there's a scene. I think we have watched them from afar.
Yeah. I did forget about the detail that my character is always wet, which might have been relevant, but you know.
The thing about the goblins, though, is that like our descriptions should technically apply to all of them, right?
Yeah.
So we should all have long legs and be dreamy and stylish and barefoot and non-Etonian.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah, being a goblin can mean different things to different goblins.
Okay.
We
So
are those things
maybe
because we are
aren't always
goblins.
I mean, these are traits emblematic of the superset of goblin, but every single goblin doesn't have all of them.
Hmm.
Yeah, for example, distractible is shared among some goblins.
I am having, this one's for the bingo heads, I am having a pet distraction. In that Frey is currently on my table and chittering at birds outside the window.
You can play along with the bingo. I have the link on chat. I haven't been playing along with the bingo. I'm gonna play along on our own game, which is fun because I can meta play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great! I already have the self-fulfilling bingo prophecy. I'm gonna take that one already.
Oh, we
Yep.
definitely already read a Wikipedia article there, so I'll see that one up.
I also have Pet Disturb Stream, which is fantastic because that's the one you just call out.
Mm-hmm. Also, something is definitely fucked up with the weather.
Right.
Third wall break, I'm gonna call this being the third wall break. Hi, chat.
Wait, I think
Okay.
third wall break gave me a bingo.
Nice.
I don't think referring to things outside the game is a third wall break. I think that's a fourth wall break. I think we need to break a wall inside the game.
Oh yeah, it does say third wall break, I guess.
Ah, dang. All right, unclick.
It is the fourth wall break, but the room we're playing the game is a veranda, so one of the walls is already not a wall.
But that means we can't break it. That's
No, that's why we're breaking the third wall and not the fourth
oh
one.
yeah. Okay, the fourth one was the one that was missing. I was afraid that the third one was the one that was missing, so we couldn't break it anymore.
No. I think okay, something fucked up with the weather, dry rain, perfect. I think that's all of mine. Fashion corner,
Yeah.
we already had that. Okay,
Mhm.
wonderful. Back to the game. Who'd like to pick one of the places to go next?
Hmm.
Do we want to go in some type of order, or do you just pick?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. Since I started, let's go alphabetical.
Okay. Damn, it's me. Yeah, okay. Who are we going? I think we're going. I think Flirt is going to the Dirt Ravine because it's a great way to great place to start. You know.
Absolutely.
And I think the theme I'm gonna pick is banners. I want to see these banners. Yeah. Is anybody joining Flirt?
I think Pod might be there, sitting, watching you shred, dangling his legs.
The dirt ravine, perfect.
Yeah.
Smart is coming.
Also, because it is a dirt ravine, I think there's a lot of like Flirt skateboard getting stuck because the wheels are too small in the dirt. Which is of course part of the trick. Yeah.
It's a half
I
bug,
can-
but the surface isn't hard.
Yeah.
I can play at least one of the great powers, if not all of them. I imagine with the banners, what I'm picturing is that the tarp that the magician printed was actually the something else banner. And they and Marky Katsukad are mildly discussing about it. and the magician is just. I just had the magic configurations set to that already. Would be too much work to come up with a whole new design.
Yeah, I think Flirt like just like skates past them. I think like I think she does the thing where like during treating the ravine as a big half pipe, where she just like falls in like from the sky. I think lands sort of okay. Enough not to get hurt at least. I think does fall from her skateboard, but does a roll and then lands back on a skateboard, and like I think like skates past them and just shouts "nerd" at them as she goes by.
That's an extremely silly banner.
Yeah, when Flirt comes back to us, and you're like, so who are those nerds?
I don't know. They were there earlier at like the border. They
Huh.
they they thought the rain would be bad.
Weird. They are wearing shiny stuff.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go talk to them.
Okay. I'll back you up.
Cool. I walk up and say, "Ah, good day, visitors. My name is." Sorry. Oh shit. I think my whistling isn't working. That's out of character. Basically, I introduced myself with a bird whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I am the, I am tweet tweet tweet. And nice day we're having. What brings you to our to these parts?
Yeah, fuck him up.
I'm killing them with kindness.
And then the one with the flashiest clothes will say, I'm the first stone cast by he who is without sin, but you can call me Stone.
But like, nobody can cast that stone because everybody is with sin. Are you dumb or something?
Narrows eyebrows at you. I am the first stone. I was casted by he who was without sin.
But we're all with sin. Don't you know that? Didn't you read that book?
Not he. He is without sin.
No. Lorem ipsum odor ame.
I'm gonna leave them into that theological debate and turn to the wizardry person, and sort of try to distract them with small talk about that's a cool DARP. Those are expensive. Where did you get one?
Oh, I have made it using magic, which was discovered by Dita Bolin in 1764.
Yeah, the slug guy. I've heard of him. Yes. Well, very nice, very very cool, very snazzy. Can you show it off in action? Tarping?
The air fills with a very nasty smell as Flirt has just farted at you got the first stone.
Oh no.
I think that brings Stone back to go like, I'm not gonna keep talking with this smelly little goblins. But enough of that. We are here to get the MacGuffin.
I don't
Do
know
you know
her.
where it is?
Never heard anyone with that name. What do they look like? What do they do? Maybe we know them by a different name. You know, who are you trying to meet? You know, what's their deal?
We only know that the MacGuffin is something that can put an end to the war, as it can get all ducks in a row, metaphorically speaking.
Narrow my eyes. Never heard of them, but good luck on your journey. And I take a very sort of theatric bow with all the sort of twisty hand motion. And in these hand motions, I nick an amulet off the wizard's coat.
Very well, we'll be on our way then.
Yeah, fuck you too. You hear Flirt say as she walks away.
Yeah, I think Marky K just looks back at you, glares, and like hand at the hilt of the sword. They
And, you know,
aren't going
reconvene
to.
with the goblins and be like, look what I got.
What did you get?
Mm,
What does it do?
oh, probably nothing.
True. These heroes always carry around useless stuff.
Mm. So I think it's like a sort of. I think it's a round amulet with sort of an A shape that extends beyond the circle that it's in. And I'm gonna wear it like a tiara. You know, get some string tied to my mohawk, I guess, and so it hangs in the middle of my forehead. And it's shiny.
Beautiful.
Absolutely effervescent.
Thank you.
Yeah. Think that's seen.
That might be seen.
Oh wait,
Wonderful.
then that means it's my turn.
It is.
Let's see where to go. Hmm. Where would be a place with a lot of trash lying around? Considering the fallen log has other inhabitants of Goblinland, maybe there's quite a bit of litter there. So I think we'll head to Fallen Log and meet other inhabitants. Who wants to go? I guess I could go by myself.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no.
could.
Yeah.
We could also be other inhabitants, but yeah, if any other goblin out of our established ones wants to go.
Toke has already been in all scenes so far, so.
Right, then I'll head out. And I think 12 is looking for more things to fold and berries to feed their cows, quote unquote. So they'll be doing some scavenging. And I think along their way, they'll probably pass some elders telling them to get their ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I think you amongst the fallen log, on top of the fallen log, maybe. That's fun. Uh, a very old, crinkly goblin uh, is setting ducks in a row. Oh, Sob. There you are. What are you doing?
I am hoping to feed my cows with some nice berries, and I see you've got some as well. What are you doing with your berries and your cows?
Oh, yes, I'm putting all of them in a row. As is custom for us goblins, you know?
Why is this a custom?
It is all that is keeping Goblinland together. These few ducks here on a row.
Oh
And also
man. Go ahead.
and also all ducks in rows all across Goblinland. You are doing an important job, Slaub.
So these few ducks, are they led by the great Jeremy?
Oh no, now I have to establish lore. Um Um, these ducks first learned to stand in a row by the great Jeremy, yes.
Then we must collect more berries to appease the great Jeremy. Are there any other goblins around, and do they have any other opinions about ducks and giant ducks and berry?
There's a very old goblin called Jeremy. She's collecting mushrooms. You should probably give them mushrooms instead. It's easier to get them in a row when you have mushrooms. Everyone
That
knows
is
this.
true. I will consider it. I will do what's it called? A taste test when I get home. Perhaps we should collect enough to also do a taste test with the great Jeremy. I hope one day to meet them so that they can also put my cows in a row.
Hmm. I think the Grinky girls are also here, and they're just like, no, it doesn't matter what kind of food you're talking about, right? Anything that they eat is fine. What you need is the proper song you sing while you're doing that. You know, with instructions, step to the left and 2 steps this time. The usual traditional stuff. Sure, you can be a little creative, but rhythm is how you get them in a row.
Please, girls, please, do sing one of our traditional goblin songs. I long to hear it.
Okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Ah! It's a very short song.
Mm.
Clap, 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 clap.
I think there is like an older goblin. Is it an older goblin? I don't know. It's a goblin in a trench coat. I think very mysteriously dressed. Big hat. You know, some say we don't actually need to put the ducks in a row to keep this kingdom together. Does look nice
Yes.
though, so I think we should keep doing it.
It's aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's effervescent.
Yes.
Also room temperature.
I guess wherever we are is technically room temperature now, whether you're in or outside of a room.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing: all these foods, all these songs, they don't matter. The ducks, they yearn to get into rows. We don't need any of it.
They
It's
long
nice to
for the
give them something
line.
though. The ducks long for the lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. With all this newfound knowledge, Slelb and I think she's going to find a little bit of scrap of paper and fold like a tiny crane and put it behind the last duck as an offering. And then head back with her newfound knowledge.
Yeah, it is said that if you put 1,000 treasury gummies in a row, you get a wish.
You have to fold like because I don't think there's as much plastic litter in this in Goblinland as there is in real life. So instead of 1,000 cranes, it's like 2. I'm halfway there. Although now there's a magical tarp hanging about, so who knows? I
Yeah.
could get a few out of that.
Or like one big one.
Yeah. That'll
They
be a
have to
great
stop using
offering
it
to
though, because
Jeremy.
they have to stop using it though because it needs to be trash. It can be useful.
Well, if someone were to do a sick trick flip and rip it out.
Hmm. Maybe.
All right, next in alphabetical order.
It's me. All right, let's figure this out. Oh, we do. I want to go to the narrow bridge and play out a riddle. I want to say the heroes have arrived at the bridge, and the bridge troll is asking for the bridge toll, which is like $2. Come on, it's nothing. You just have to pay for crossing the bridge because the bridge doesn't build itself, right? It's maintenance costs, very reasonable. And they're like, "Ah, foul beast, ask us thine riddle so that we may pass." It's a bit of an impasse.
Mhm.
Of course, Smirt is coming here because she's smart today. She's feeling smart.
Yay.
And like she could negotiate this. Who else is coming?
I'd love to come along. I also think it would be very funny. I think Mark Zatzkade would really appreciate paying the toll for the bridge if they
I
figure out that's what happening.
I think what's happening here is that Maki Satsuka is actually explaining that, like, well, actually, where I'm from, we just do this through taxes and shit. We don't pay tolls because, we can be dependent on people driving across these bridges to keep our, like, infrastructure running. We need, really, we need the polar model to, like, make sure that everybody contributes to the common thing. We need
We
a
need
private-public
order.
partnership for this.
Oh no. Not a PPP.
Yeah. Look, really, if we do all that stuff in house, it's kind of inefficient. That's why we need companies to do it for us.
Oh no. Um, but yeah, I think Marsh is tagging along with Smart.
Yeah.
look, those guys.
Yeah, they're weird. They keep talking about sin and stuff, and they. Oh, hey, that one in the flowy robes and all the sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he knows a lot of stuff about your slug guy.
Oh yeah, he was doing magic. Magic is like Dieter Bohlen's last known discovery.
Hmm. Hmm. So you're saying they're a hipster?
Yes, I am saying they're a hipster.
Okay. Okay. No.
I don't see why they aren't just paying the toll to the bridge troll.
Right. Well, maybe we should go help Trollothy out.
Yeah, let's troll them.
Eh. I'm gonna say we walk up and go like, well, what's all this then?
I think Marquisa's card is just like, well, we're just trying to cross this bridge, but this troll isn't giving us a riddle. What's wrong with that? Not what they do. Yeah, I think, and like, oh no, I can't say their name. The wizard. It's like, yes, is that not normally what you folk do? So passé.
Trollothy, are they giving you trouble? And I think Trollothy's like, I've told them very clearly it's a simple transaction. Put your 2 coins in the box and you may cross.
You have to get on their level. They want a riddle. We have to make paying the toll into a riddle.
Hmm.
What happens when you add 1 to 1 and put it in a pot?
Hmm.
Who
We
rhymes with
can try.
coin?
We can. I was never good at riddles. That's why I took this job. I think Smart is going to be like, okay, I have an idea. Everyone, huddle up, huddle up.
Huddle up, huddle, huddle, huddle.
Okay, so, what if we give them just any riddle except any answer? But we frame it a bit of like, well, it's a sort of entertainment venue. This is an event that they're participating in, and it has a admission price, right? Sure, we put that admission price into the toll box. They cross. They think they've paid for something else, and maybe they pay more than they should, which is also good for us. Yeah.
Is the toll 2 coins per group or per person?
Per group.
Okay, so we can, if we tell them that's 1 coin each, we'll get 1 coin extra from them. And they have very shiny stuff, so they definitely have a lot of toys.
Okay. Okay, but one of you has to do the riddle. I can tell them the rules, the new rules. Air quotes.
Okay.
As you look back, Marquisa's card is inspecting the structural integrity of the bridge.
All right, travelers. We can come to an agreement There will be a riddle that you will be asked. You will have to answer. But there is an admission cost of 1 coin per person for participating in the riddle contest. Is this clear?
Fine, I guess. Well, money for everything these days. I think.
Honest pay for honest labor.
Honest labor. Have you seen the structural integrity of this bridge? What did you make this out of? Twigs?
Yes, mostly. And for a twig bridge to support a troll, I believe we've done an excellent job. Thank you very much for noticing. It makes me very proud. Now
That's a
then,
surprising
your coins,
rigidity.
please.
Fine, I guess. I think Monkey Zatskado like puts in the coin. I think the first stone cast by he is who wants in is like, do I have to do this? Like there's like a look from the other two of like, please don't like drag this long on than we need to, you know, like. I think after some like, so yeah, I think he also puts in a coin, and then I think lastly the wizard. How can the wizard do this in the data?
The wizard should pull a coin out of from the troll's ear.
Oh yeah.
This is the wizard.
But it's also a chocolate coin.
Yep.
Is that acceptable currency?
They just said coin.
Fine enough.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So yeah, wizard pulls a chocolate coin from behind the troll's ear, puts it in, you know, and I think, yeah, does a big flashy like turn off their coat, you know, like walks over the bridge.
Hold on. No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
Now then, my friend here will give you the riddle.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hear ye, hear ye. Riddle, riddle me this. What's on a row? And sentence.
What's in a row? I think Makisat's card is like, is it our crops? They're neatly arranged in rows for them to grow.
Not what I was thinking about, but I guess yes, that is also on a row. I should really have delimited the riddle more. That's
Okay.
one acceptable answer. You pass. Not it two.
Oh, I think first stone is like, well, yeah, the crops in their kingdom, right?
No. That's already been said. You need your answer.
Well, doesn't the riddle usually only have one answer?
Well,
I know what you're
what
talking
kind of
about.
cheap riddles have you been riddling?
Isn't it more difficult if there's only one answer?
What's the fun in that?
Is it? What is in a row?
You already got your answer. Move along. Slelb says from behind a rock.
Oh, hi, Slob. What's on a row?
Could it be cows?
Yes, you may pass.
Sweet.
See, goblins are much better at riddles.
Okay. Is it stones?
Huh.
Sometimes
I
they
haven't
are.
seen stones on a row, but yes, they could be.
Okay, and I think the wizard is just like, as you look at them, there's just a look of disgust on their face, you know?
Mm.
And then I think they're just like, I would never do something so blasé as to play something in a row.
Well, then I guess you're not passing.
This is outrageous. I already paid.
Excuse me, you wanted to make crossing be contingent on a riddle? We could arrange that. This is for your own convenience.
But like, can I get another riddle? Can I pause on this one? Can I pause on this one?
Okay,
Or-
okay. That's very hard, but I will come up with another riddle.
I have
Oh,
one.
do you have one? Go
Also-
for it, because I did not have another one.
Good.
Also, make them pay another coin, please.
What's brown and sticky?
Brown and sticky.
So, another coin, please. That's another riddle.
Fine. And I think, like, starts to reach behind your ear and then realizes that's the same thing that they did before, so, like... I
So
think they,
blase.
yeah, so I think take off their hat and, like, put their entire arm into it, you know, even though that shouldn't fit.
Yeah.
And I think they, like, pull out a coin that is, like, I think the size of, like, you know, a wheel, you know, like a big card wheel, you know, like, give it to you.
Mhm.
Is it also a chocolate coin?
It's also
Very
chocolate,
important.
yes.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna eat this for a
Second
week.
answer. Chocolate is brown and sticky. You're right. You may pass.
What? I didn't even intend for that to be my answer. Well, whatever. I think just like does the big turn with their coat this time for real. I realized they tried to do that before. I think do a weird jump, you know, and then like go over the bridge.
Thanks, guys. We had been here for an hour. And scene.
And at the end, they did pay only 2 coins, so. I also
Oh.
just got chocolate on top of that.
It's one very big coin, though.
Can eat that for a week.
Okay, Moran. Your
Yes.
time to set a scene. Yeah.
I think the critter cave next.
Ooh.
We'll probably find a lot of frogs.
Probably.
Mm.
And I'm choosing the prompt something hidden. Pod Frog Finder is there? Anyone else?
I think
I'll
Flirt
also
also
look for
joins you.
stuff.
Flirt also joins because the critters love her sick tricks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to look for some bugs.
You are good at finding bugs.
I am good at finding the best bugs.
Only the best though.
Yeah. Sometimes I want a bad bug, you know, and it's really hard. It's
You're
just because
too
they're all the
good.
best.
Just goblins or heroes too?
I think as I was crossing the bridge, Slaub is heading towards the cave, was it?
Yes, the critter cave.
Yeah. So maybe they follow Slaub because it's probably perfectly on the way.
It's a very convenient place to go. It's true.
So, what are we looking for today, Pod Frog Finder?
It's something hidden. I'm not sure what, but I'm sure we know when we find it. Might be a bug. A really, really good one.
Oh my god. Yes, the best bugs. The best bugs are
The
found.
best of the best.
Yes. Probably beneath a rock. They love that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, do you think it's behind a big rock or a small rock?
A perfectly round rock.
Perfectly round rock. That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectly round bug.
That would be nice.
I think in
A
the
classic
background you
Indiana
hear...
Jones boulder.
think in the background you hear a woo as you see like Florkt like flying to the sky, doing a sick trick, you know, like.
I always wonder if your farts give you extra propulsion.
She definitely does that. Well, she definitely farts. She definitely thinks that. Let's say that. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But she definitely farts a lot while skateboarding.
Placebo effect. Well, I'll help with finding the best bug, but I have also come to learn that mushrooms help with putting cows in a row, so I will also be looking for mushrooms. Do bugs like mushrooms?
They sometimes live on them,
Oh, perfect.
or so I've heard. Marsh, is this rock round enough?
Inspects it. Puts a slug on top of the rock. The slug slides off. Yes, it is.
Can you help me lift it?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really slimy. I'm having a hard time.
Oh wait, I can help. And Florkt starts helping, but then also struggles because she's wet.
I think Slough will
Careful.
also try to help, but they are small, so I don't know how much weight they can put into it.
I think the slime and the water, the slime from Marsh and the water from Flirk starts coming together and being extremely slippery.
Oh no.
I believe
Oh,
we
no.
managed to lift the stone in the end, but it does fall on my legs.
Oh
no.
Oh no! I was wondering if the
Seriously
crushing was
crashed.
coming.
I'm not sure this is the best team for picking up rocks. If I'm being honest.
Sal
Well,
can
let's
use
roll
both
since
her
it's.
hands, but she is very distractible. So
I was thinking though that because it's so round, can we just roll it off your leg?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
But more importantly, was there a bug under it? Did you find it? Eesh.
let me look for it. Let me look for it. Your sacrifice will not be in vain, Pod.
Thank you.
Oh, dig up on the dirt. Yes, I found a bug.
Worth it.
It's a roly-poly, perfect round bug.
Oh, it is the best bug.
It really is.
They're so cute. Is it a bigger than normal roly-poly, or it's just a cute little one?
It's a slightly bigger than median roly-poly.
Okay. And you know this because you put a slug on it, and it told you.
Yes. Yes. It's 0.75 slugs.
An excellent size for a roly-poly. I think we found what we were looking for.
Yeah, no interruptions. Not as many farts as usual.
Amazing.
Wait, I could have used that for the walk.
Should have given you extra momentum.
Yeah. Flirt looks really upset with herself that she didn't think of that.
Missed opportunities. I think that as the rock slid off, Slav is going to also miraculously find maybe a rag or two and use that to attempt to make a wrapping for Pod's leg.
It's probably very easy to get a stone off because the legs are so thin. So you just have to lift it a little bit in the right place.
Yeah, I was thinking we should just roll it off, but
Mm.
that the very little bit of crushing hopefully doesn't bruise. Well,
I
we
think.
found. Mhm.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think that might be seen. We got what we came for.
Yeah.
And it was great.
We found
Almost
something good.
no accidents.
0.1% of goblins were harmed in the filming of this scene.
Yes.
0.2%
So do we?
of goblins.
Oh no. Who else?
No, that's just how percentage works. That's
Okay.
1/5.
I forgot. Marin has very long legs, so their legs make up more of them than usual.
Hmm.
20% is 1 out of 5 goblins. So
Oh no, I was saying it was only part of them, so that's why it was.
Yeah, goblin math is
Okay.
like unless you hurt all over, you're not one hurt goblin.
no, I gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you're 0.1 hurt goblin and 99.9 not hurt goblin. That's how it works.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh
Okay,
yes, of
fine.
course. Okay, wonderful. That's back to me then. Let me see. I think I want to go to a thorn thicket and see some of that flashy magic. I think Marsh has um followed the heroes to the thorn thicket.
Yeah, the heroes are definitely there.
I
Yeah.
mostly want to see what's up with the magic. Because, it can't be as good as slugs. But it was discovered by Desert Boland, so
so it can't be all bad.
Yeah.
I'll play the wizard. I'll play the wizard, the horrible Wizard of Oz.
I think Marsh is closely following, like directly behind the wizard. Um, and whenever the wizard does something, Marsh opens slyly the suitcases and consults the wonderful snails. Hmm. Okay, okay, I see. Hmm. I would have used a land snail for that, for sure.
Um, and thing, the thing that they're doing is, of course, it's a thicket. They want to get through the thicket unscathed, unthorned. And of course, our wizard is not so crass to just like use a fire spell or something to burn our way through. Although they tried a little and turned out the thicket's kind of wet. It doesn't burn well, and so with like a candle spell would not be able to burn, and fireball. What do I look like? A first grader? Um, so instead, they are trying to do a transmutation spell to transform the thorny vines into. I was trying to rhyme, but it doesn't work. Into snakes. Their companions are, of course. Could you do something harmless like ropes or strings if you need to keep the form factor or something? It's like, no, I have a vision. Do not mess with my art.
Amateur.
So what they're doing is well, it's a little complicated. So they have to gather their materials, and they're drawing like sigils onto loose stones that they are then placing in specific points, doing a bit of magical geometry.
Yeah, Marsh is going to insert itself in the conversation, like stand between the first stone and Marky K. Look at the wizard for a moment and say to the other two, this is like a perfect moment to use a slug. I don't know what they're doing. Slugs eat vines.
Marky Zatskat is like, huh, do they? But there's thorns on the vines. How does a creature eat something with thorns?
Carefully. Then open my suitcase, pick up one slug, put it on the vine, and start slowly chewing at it. See? This is a slug's job. You shouldn't use magic for a slug's job.
I want to say the wizard is too busy, very consumed by their work. But I think Marky is gonna be. And they're also from opposite factions, so is gonna be the one who's gonna call them out, and I'm going to try to pronounce the wizard's name for once.
Okay.
Hold on, I just need to switch into non-push to talk. All right. Low threshold. Okay. Let's see. And he goes, "Hey." What are you doing? There's an expert here who says they could get us through here without all your weird rituals.
It's a wonderful pronunciation.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how you say that.
Yes. I'm never repeating that.
Can I just call you for short?
And no, you may not call me for short. I am at least 7 short.
Who's on first?
And
Okay,
what
7
is
short.
this? Or what is this so-called expert proposing here? As
Well, I
they
see.
sort of raise their hands and you know, some vines start to turn into start to wave around and become scaly. Yes,
I
sir.
see that you're using some of Dieter Boland's less useful work when you should be focusing on slugs.
And what do you know of the great wizard Dieter Bohlen?
You mean the great slugologist Dieter Boland of the town of Göttingen?
How dare you insult my predecessors so rudely? As they sort of, you know, start shaking a little, and you see in the background that the concentration is wavering. Instead of snakes, some of the vines are turning into spaghetti. His knees are getting weak.
I know.
Man, I forgot about the shiny wrappers.
He's not your predecessor, he's my predecessor. I was the one who discovered the broader applications of his light theory.
Well, tell me, if your applications are so broad, can a slug do this? And he snaps a finger and you know, drops the sort of bigger, fancier transmutation effect, and just one of the uh, vines falls apart into dirt.
Yes! I'll open my suitcase, pick up a slug, put it on a vine, and look at it as it slowly starts eating the vine. See?
Bah! Nonsense! Gentlemen, please escort this nuisance away and leave me back to my important work here. And the other gentlemen are like, hey, you can stay if you want.
You couldn't get me to leave if you wanted to. I'm very slimy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna test that.
That could be seen.
That could be seen.
To me, I guess. Who? Hmm. So Goblin's heart is like where we would end it, right? Or
We can repeat places.
okay.
So,
Hmm. Um. Well, I do think I want to go to. Actually. Yeah, I think I want to go to the Shambling Woods. And what I want to do? I think Frucht is preparing to ambush the heroes. She's had enough of the nerdery. She she feels like they're not respecting this place. They're like being all uppity and shit, and they shouldn't. So she's gonna go in there and give them a wedgie, all of them, or at least something like that. I don't know. She'd do something else. Oh, she's also gonna fart at them, but that's normal.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
Immediately, one of them is writing home about it.
Is someone trying to either help or stop Flirt?
Oh, I am there to support you in your
Okay.
in your women's wrongs.
Yeah, Pod is there to pick up the pieces after.
Okay.
And by pick up the pieces, I mean pick up whatever is useful and can be brought home from the heroes, of course.
I can play the heroes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be logic if after the thorn thicket, like the thorns give away to the Shambling Woods. So the heroes are still going through that.
Yeah. And I think I think Flirt is like sitting on a tree branch, overlooking them, looking down upon them, I think probably whispering to the other two, "Look, they're coming."
Be careful. But not too careful.
Yeah, I know. And I think stands up as the heroes are underneath the tree branch that she's on, picks out a skateboard, jumps down. Yeah, I think jumps down and lands with a skateboard on the top of one of their heads. Whose head would it be? Who is the most whose person's head is the most trickable, I guess.
I think Matsikatskade, because we have established that he is wearing one of those yellow helmets.
Yeah. Okay. So I think lands the skateboard on top of his head. I think probably bounces back a bit just from the sheer impact and stuff. And I think then jumps over onto the head of the wizard. What's the wizard wearing? Is the wizard wearing a hat, I guess?
Definitely not a wizard hat.
Oh wait,
that's not modern or
Aren't they
contrarian.
clowns?
They are clowns.
So are they wearing those big red wigs?
I think we just call them clowns because they're colorful.
Also, I do think I described them pulling something out of their head at which I'm now recalling. Yeah.
You know what hat looks best for pulling things out of? Baseball cap.
Yeah.
Backwards, of course.
Of course. Oh yeah, I think what she does is she lands the skateboard on the flap of the baseball cap, So it just flies off. And she lands right behind the wizard and tries to pull a wedgie. I don't know.
But they're too wet.
I'll kick away his staff while he's distracted.
Nice. Yeah, I think I think a thing that happens is like she's not able to pull it up because it's like because her hands are so wet. But what does happen because her hands are so wet is that the underpants become wet, so it looks like he pissed himself. He must have pissed themselves.
Yeah.
I think for my part, for their assault on their senses and everything, I drop in front of them, very clearly visible. From my pocket, pull out my flask of gender fluid, take a swig, and switch my pronouns from she to he. This is not a visual change in any way, but everybody, including them, knows. Just the ontology
Mhm.
is clear.
Yeah, I think the first stones, um, like yells about "We're under attack," and Marky K says to the wizard, "This is why it's important to wear a helmet." Um, whereas the wizard, very pissed by having their pants wet now, um, turns to you and starts to like wave their hands as if to cast some sort of magic.
I think, yeah, Franker is just like, cast this, and farts in his face. In the face.
Ah! What is this foul smell? What sort of spell have you cast?
It's called farting, dumbass.
It's called beans on toast.
Cause I had Mexican food yesterday.
Ooh, spicy.
I think the wizard changed the movements they were doing to something else, and soon enough, the air smells like lavender. I counterspelled your fart.
Oh no! Flirt is disgusted by the smell.
Disgusting.
How could you
Yeah,
ruin my
counter-
wonderful smell like that?
Being not terribly original, Smart goes, "Oh yeah, counterspell this, you filthy casual," and just scampers up and bites their leg.
I think the wizard yells, "Ouch!" and then kicks you off. Counterspelled!
Cool. I make my escape this way.
I think Pod has run off with the staff.
I imagine he's very fast.
Yeah, you'll never catch him.
3 steps and he's over the horizon.
Exactly. The long legs are also very good for getting over debris and stuff.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Flirt grabs their like skateboard and like starts skating off, and I think as she does, like picks like the Lorem Ipsum book out of their pocket and throws it at the head of the first cast stone by He Who Is Without Sin, so that he may learn.
The error of his ways.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
Gasps! Heretics!
I think yells, "None of us are without sin!" She skates up. That's scene, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's scene.
Could I ask for a short break?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Sounds
that's
good.
ours, so sounds like a wonderful idea. Hi everyone, welcome back. Mark says, ask what game we're playing, and we're playing Journey Through Goblinland. That was me crossing off my chat comment gets read on stream bingo.
Nice.
Um,
If you're curious about what the bingo is, we'll also put that one in there.
I have to strategize. Now I just need to train, generally.
I really
Um,
appreciate the self-fulfilling bingo prophecies, so that's fine.
That was the
Yeah.
first cross I did on my bingo. Um, so far we've met some wonderful goblins and follow along some adventures. We don't care that much about them, but apparently they want something that can get ducks in a row. I don't know what they're talking about. They call it a MacGuffin. I don't know any MacGuffins. Um. Anyways, whose turn was it?
I think I just did one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's Cindy's turn, not you, the other one.
It was Cindy's turn, but it's still Cindy's turn.
Yeah, it was Cindy's turn, and now it's Cindy's turn.
Yep. Well, we probably don't want to go where the MacGuffin is just yet. So maybe there's a fancy prophecy at the Rusted Sword. I will bring my cows to graze and taste test them with berries versus mushrooms. Does anyone else want to join? Or I guess we could also just start this scene and then people can pop up. Will the adventurers also be here?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is, you know where swords are famously known to be at?
Where?
Stones.
Okay.
Maybe the first stone.
Oh, I see.
I see. I was going to counter that they are famously tossed around by wet women, but this is better.
All right. Well, Slalb is trying to get her cows in a row so that they can each um stand in a row in front of a group of berries and a group of mushrooms, and they need to choose one or the other. So it seems that the first cow prefers berries. The second cow also prefers berries, but the third and fourth prefer mushroom. So it's still
Wow.
up in the air when the
Uh,
adventurers arrive.
yeah, you hear a loud gasp, like a dramatic loud gasp. Clearly,
What?
someone.
Am I doing
It
it wrong?
it is no. It couldn't possibly. It's it's and he points to something behind you. It's the first stone.
What? No, it's not. That's just a stool I've been using. Since
No
I'm
one
too
cast.
small to reach the top of the cows.
How do you explain that then? And he points to the rusted sword um, at the stone.
That's the back of the stool, so that I can rest on it.
Mariki Katskada will intervene and say, if it has a back, then it's a chair, not a stool.
Oh, Wait, yeah, you're right. Ah, so it's a very comfy chair.
I will accept that definition.
Mm. I can I interject as Markizatskana actually for a thing?
Absolutely.
I think like Markizatskana is like looking around and then like notices your cow pets, quote unquote pet cows. It's just like,
Yes.
are those cows?
Of course. They're bigger than me. They have spots. Of course they're cows.
We've been studying their tools for ages. We still don't know what they do. Must these magnificent beasts do with them?
It took me a moment.
Oh, I
Sorry.
just use them to groom them.
Also, for chat, that's beam reference crossed off. Cow tools, sorry.
I have that square, thank you. uh,
And I think just goes over to them and like starts studying them. Like, how would they even hold the tools?
with their wings and tiny webbed feet,
Yeah.
as cows are known to have. But yeah, I think he, the first stone cast by he who is without sin, will approach Skalb and say, move over the stone, tiny creature.
Hey, I have a perfectly good name, and it's not Tiny Creature.
What is it?
It's Laub.
Alright. Talaub. Move over.
Laub, and it's a perfectly respectable goblin name. You idiots don't even know how to pronounce it.
Well, I am the first stone cast by he who is without sin. And this is my namesake. Please move
name.
over.
That's a really dumb name. That's too
Says
long.
Skalb? That's too short.
You're pronouncing it wrong, but sure.
I have no interest in knowledge of the goblin language.
What are you trying to do with my perfectly good chair?
Well, the prophecy says that I shall pull the sword out of the stone.
My chair back.
Well, you said that you had a stool, we'll have a stool.
You make a point. Well, let's see it. Let's see it then.
Okay. I think he's clearly like hyping himself up, like shaking his hands, rubbing them each other, like blowing at each hand.
Do a
Stretches,
little spit.
stretches the other hand, the other arm, stretches the back. Do some kneeling, like okay. Hands on the hilt of the sword. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do this. You can do this. This is what you prophesied to do. And then I know. What's the funniest thing to do to happen?
I mean, the sword is rusted. It comes out of the stone, but it comes out in pieces.
I was thinking like the exact part where it is the back just falls off. Like very, very light, flies in the air. Maybe hits him on the head.
Like the part of the stone that is outside of the sword that is outside of the stone.
Yep. Like it was like this. And it's like this. And then this part hits him on the head.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the graphics. Also,
By
anyone
the way,
out
there are
there,
graphics on the
yeah,
other side of the page.
I've seen them. Cindy, can we get those on stream? Pretty
But they're
please.
on stream. They're in the...
They are?
Yeah, they're
No,
in the part of the
the
view...
not.
Or the what? Oh, sorry. Oh, there's
There-
more.
there's
Oh,
more
wow.
stuff on the right.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that myself. Sorry.
This is how I keep my attention. Otherwise,
I'll just do a pan through them, I guess.
you can do it at the end.
Yeah, but I think the stone at the place where the stone gets into the the sword. The place where the sword gets into the stone, it crumbles because it's rusted, and then he's holding just the hilt and some part of the sword that was used as the back of the chair, and then picking it
Oh.
up with way too much force, it hits him in the head. He looks shocked and confused, looks at the wizard and Marky K. Does this count?
The wizard is like, well, by your own words, the prophecy said you will pull it out of the stone. Is it in the stone? You did pull. It is not connected to the stone. By
There's
letter,
definitely still a part in the stone.
Well, the entirety of the sword has not left the stone. You must admit that, right?
hmm. Now the question is the out of the stone referring to the pulling or to the sword?
You just said... Prophecies were not very clear about this. They should have defined this exact scenario.
Right. I think we're going to need to find a scholar. Right, you should just wrap it up and bring it along so we can have an expert.
Give me a
Some
sec.
theologians look at it.
I know somebody with a PhD in bird interpretation. Can it be two characters at once? Can Smirt show up?
Sure, you can call me. I have 7 cell phones.
All right. Smirt has a PhD in bird impersonation. I'm sure they could give you great advice.
Hey.
Smart arrives and like, somebody asked for bird impersonation?
No, we did not. We need a theologian.
How this will help, tiny creature.
But they're smart. You asked for a scholar. They're the most scholarly I know.
Yeah, well, right. As a stork,
smart.
I believe that for something to be removed from the stone, there needs to be nothing of said thing left inside the stone. Therefore, if your point was to remove the sword from the stone, it has not been done completely. Which means I would not pay you for your services here. You have done a poor job, and I will give you a 1-star rating on Yelp.
Clap, 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 clap.
You're not a stork, and I'm not on Yelp.
I have all the documents here to prove that I'm a stork, and cell phone number 6 has Yelp.
Damn, he has.
I... Alice, can I suggest a thing?
Absolutely.
I think, like, okay, he who cast the first stone is gonna be like, huh, this isn't proper theology. I don't know what the plural term of that is, I guess. This isn't proper theology, and I think, like, opens up a book, and I think it first thinks it's one of his books that, like, has, like, proper theological stuff in it, you know, but it's actually the Lorem Ipsum book that flirted through at him. And he happens to
Whoops.
open it up on a page that describes this exact same scenario.
Wow.
It is the false prophet who will try to pull the stone from the. Try to pull the sword from the stone, but in fact it will break in pieces because it is too rusted. It says.
No, that cannot be. I have read this book, this tome, many of times, and the words have never said such things. The book lies.
No, no, no. You can trust my word as a bird. It is a miracle.
Slelb's gonna nod their head like, very wise, very wise.
Well, I
The
think
door,
I think Maxi Skada is like, well, if the book describes the exact same scenario, then I propose it's a lot better than the book you were holding before, isn't it, Stone?
Fight, 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 fight.
Do not believe the stork. The stork lies to us.
I'm gonna say the wizard's gonna be like, I don't know, man. Storks aren't like famous for lying, right? It's not a crow. It's not a raven. It's not even a pigeon who just spots nonsense. But look, I don't have a duck in this race. But between the two of you, pointing at Stone and Mikey, you can just fight for it. I don't know.
We shall not fight for it. We are here to stop the war. We needed the sword to get to the MacGuffin, so that we can get the ducks in a row, metaphorically speaking, that is.
I think Smart's gonna be like, one small question. I guess two small questions.
Yes, stork?
Do you know how you're supposed to use the sword to get the McDonald?
The MacGuffin, please.
Right, the McAllister.
The MacGuffin, please.
As I said, the McLaren.
The coffin.
It groans.
How does the sword play into the getting?
I do not have to explain myself to you, you trickster bird.
Well, I am not asking you to explain yourself. I'm asking if you know. I'm asking, are you? Can you explain to yourself?
I think
I do not need to
Satskadu is like, well, actually, I would like to know as well.
Alice is
opens
the
the
lore
book
master.
again. Like fumbles through the pages. Um, reading. Lauren Ipsilon. I suppose I didn't read that far.
You didn't
That's
read that
okay.
far?
We all slack on our homework.
You sent us on this entire journey? You didn't read the book?
This appears to be another different book. Mine had pictures.
Something kids version.
Mhm.
But well, this is a matter for you and your companions. Other curiosity: when do you know when you're speaking, when your book is speaking metaphorically and when not? Because like your book was evidently very literal about the sword and the stone and the breaking and everything. How do you know the ducks are metaphorical?
Ooh.
Easy. The stones in the book the ducks on the book don't look like ducks at all. If they were to be literal ducks, they would be yellow and look like little ducklings. Whereas in the book I know of, they're spotted and look nothing like ducks.
All right, thank you. No more questions.
All right,
And
I think
I sort of turn around, spread out my arms and flap as though I'm about to take off with the flight and then just walk away.
Slaub thanks you for your services. And as she turns around, she realizes all the berries and mushrooms have been eaten. And she face palms and is like, oh man, I have to do the taste test all over again.
And the wizard is like, "Wait, what? Who called me?" Huh?
And scene. I think it's back to you, Halcyon.
Cool. I think even the people who have learned to pronounce the wizard's name usually just shorten it to.
Yep. I've been. Have you both been actually face palming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think my mic would pick that up.
Not having noise suppression and stuff helps. Right.
We
Goblin
do
Run.
have 20 more minutes, right?
Should we head
Yeah.
to the heart?
Maybe it's time for Goblinland's heart. I am sorry. I'm running around a little because Freya is trying to jump onto a shelf where she's not supposed to jump onto.
That's
He
past
knows you're
interruption for
distracted.
everyone in the bingo.
That is.
I think we've had a few of these today.
I'm getting plenty of those. Right. Goblinland's heart. Yeah. We'll see if it's a compromise or what. Right. Cat is outside the room now.
And outside the
Um.
bag.
So, Goblinland's heart, where the MacGuffin is. Of course, it is myself. It is the adventurers. Possibly.
All the goblins?
All the goblins. Most of the goblins. Yeah, probably. Everybody plays the adventurers as needed. And of course, Jeremy.
Yay!
The great Jeremy.
Great, Jeremy.
You know, it's one of those. Hey, Cherry, how's things going? Quack. Oh yeah, classic Jeremy.
Mhm. Classic.
And
Sal, is it finally time to teach your cows, sorry, to stand in a row?
Oh, yes, I'm sure the great Jeremy will give great lessons.
Quack.
Wow, so wise.
All right. Yeah, and I will offer many berries and many mushrooms because I never finished my taste test. And I will like herd my cows behind Jeremy and hope that they learn from his great presence.
I want to say the adventures in a change of style are actually not barging in and demanding answers. They're sort of peeking over some bushes, being very sneaky. Except one of them has a very bright yellow helmet, and the other one is
Pack 'em.
covered in shiny stuff.
Mhm.
And of course, the first stone actually does not crouch behind the bushes. He stands as tall as possible. It's unbecoming to be sneaky. So everybody knows they're there, but they're there. They're not here. And I think Jeremy probably sort of turns around, looks at all your cows, in a bunch. Does a little count. Um, mm, says some quack quack quack. Turns his back on them, and then does one of swings out one wing, broad to the side, and goes whack. And the cows arrange in a square. And he lowers that wing, puts up the other one, and says wah. And the cows arrange in a checkerboard pattern. And then he raises both wings up. Wah. He's becoming Wario. And the cows sort of form separate groups, sort of like 4 groups, and then final motion slaps the wings together like a clap, but with feathers. It doesn't make much of a sound. Quack. And the cows neatly arrange in a line behind Jeremy, and then they start
Yes,
marching off to
yes.
the river.
It was beautiful. I never
All in
seen
a
a line of
row.
cows so neat.
So majestic. Wait. So effervescent.
So
So
room
room
temperature.
And about to be so wet.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes, but the water conditions are good. It's fine. It's okay to be wet then.
Yes.
Yeah. Brooke has been this entire time, so
I also, since it has been established that there are 4 ducks/cows, I like to imagine that the square, the checkerboard pattern, and the 4 groups is all the same shape. But we
Yeah.
all understand that it's a
Yeah.
square and checkerboard.
yeah.
Those not familiar with cow ordering don't, but we have the knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I think
think.
like go
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it.
I think Marquis Kato, like who's sitting in the bush, is like, I think the book might have been literal.
It's not possible. The book has also explicitly said that the MacGuffin would end the war.
What were the specific words that it used?
I
Okay.
think as we get closer to the lake, more and more cows appear. There's like popping out behind rocks, popping out from the grass until there's an army of cows.
The book says that all would live together in harmony under the MacGuffin.
I think. Yeah, Maki's that's kind of when he sees the stakes of his hard hat, like puts it on like his heart, and it's like I never thought I'd see it. Looking at the cows, like the masses of cows. At this point, a brick falls on his head.
No. You never remove the hard hat.
You never removed a hard hat.
I guess the amount of cows continues to grow, and after a while, they start. First of all, it's an attempt to fly, and then I think Jeremy does more quacks and starts to get them in line, and they eventually do succeed in flying.
Do they, instead of a V formation, fly in the line?
Yeah. And you said, what was it you said? That it would cover.
All would live in
remember.
harmony under Jeremy, under the MacGuffin.
Okay. Under the MacGuffin. Okay. So we see a huge cloud approaching, maybe? And I guess they fly towards a large cloud. And it turns out they're just sitting in it.
Does a large cloud look like Jeremy?
Ooh.
Oh, do they
Yeah,
like draw a picture?
I was thinking if we're going with it looks like Jeremy. It's like one of those clouds that like from the bottom look like a face.
Yeah.
I know exactly what the cloud looks like.
Should we each draw our own interpretation? I wish there was a fill tool.
Wow, you drew that really fast, Alice.
Yeah, I know. I have a talent.
That's really good.
That's what the cloud looks like 100%.
Oh. I want to do a very dumb drawing, but.
And then Marky K looks up and say, "A duck-shaped cloud," and looks up and say, "A rabbit-shaped cloud."
It's clearly a cow.
What are you
Guys.
guys talking about?
What do you mean? That's a cow. It's-
Oh shit, I did need to do a face in here as well, not just do a dumb version of the cloud. Sorry. My mic fell.
Is it the cloud as its drivers? Is that the joke?
Yeah, that's the that's the picture they always want, the like dumbass engineering drawings. This is Mark's interpretation of it.
yeah.
They do usually have a cloud thing beneath it, though, so
Yeah.
I guess there's a face under here as well.
But yeah, so Jeremy and all the other cows live in harmony above the in their Jeremy shaped cloud. And all the fighting suddenly stops and there is a great silence.
I mean, what else can you do in the face of this effervescent sight? Can't keep fighting.
Yeah.
It's too perfect.
They're cowed.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I
they
think
all
the
lived happily
first
ever after.
stone, the first stone cast by He Who Is About to Sin falls into his knees, crying at the side of Jeremy.
The beauty.
I think Marquisat's kind of drops to his knees as well, and it's just like, I can feel the groundwater levels dropping.
But is also clutching his head. Because, ow.
Yeah.
I
He
think
is
there's
upset.
one or two.
Okay.
Hmm. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Marquis Satskade is upset with himself that he did put off his hard hat. It's purely to blame on himself. He's also, as he's doing this, filling in the workplace accident report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the wizard looks at the cloud and says, "Oh, it could be either a duck or a rabbit or even a cow. It has so many meanings. It is postmodern."
It is fully reader determined. It's so beautiful.
My mic fell again, sorry. Not supposed to. I will hold it for the remainder of the stream, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah. Smart goes, looks at the thing happening. It's like, cool. Ah, shit, I gotta go charge 3 of my phones.
I thought you were also going to attempt to join them.
No, no. Look, I'm not a cow impersonator. I'm a bird impersonator.
That's true.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I think. In the meantime, Flirt has been hanging on to one of the cows, and you see like the like sparkle in the sky as you see her dropping down again into the water, doing a sick ass flip.
Sick.
Wow.
Sick.
10-10. Again.
Flirt goes looking for the next cow that's flying up.
The cow utopia in the sky.
Yeah, wonderful. I think that's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap too. Wonderful game, everyone.
Yay.
Yeah. Good game.
For all I care, Marquis Kata can hang out in Goblinland. He actually was very reasonable through all of it.
Maybe can well put water structure, infrastructure. You know? Like,
Yeah.
maybe you can help Flirt like deal with the wetness problem.
He can
And make
reinforce
some
the twig bridge.
Yeah.
since he had such issues with it. But I think like wasn't there do you guys I think in American high schools there's usually like a competition of what you can build with popsicle sticks. And if you do it well enough, it's they're pretty great. So I think a well-constructed twig bridge is actually probably pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it could be.
As clearly demonstrated by the troll.
Yes.
Yes.
There's no problem.
Yeah, I think in the end he was impressed by it that it was able to do that even despite being built out of twigs. It's
Like,
not up to
isn't
code,
the-
obviously, but you know.
There are certain things you have to live with when you come to Goblin Land.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a epilogue procedure?
No. That's a
Okay.
wrap. I think we've ended. I've been Alice. You can find my games, including this one, Journey Through Goblinland, on alicesv.itch.io. That's like 100 community copies, so just grab one if you want to play this. Everyone else, do any plugs?
Sure. I'm halcyon.itch.io for the games I make, including You Have One Job, which is the first Goblin game of this weekend, and also where you can find Tensile Breakdown, which is the game that I took the organization and kingdom category names. That list comes from another game of mine. So do not find me on the socials.
I just want to ask if Cindy can like pan out
Yeah.
and show the
Well, I don't know how how well this will
let
come
me
across
see.
on stream if I pan out to everything, but I
Oh,
guess I'll
I
just
just
do the
wanted to show
pictures.
this
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yay. We'll get a screenshot later.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been Cindy with a Y, with the I at the end. Not with a Y. Sorry. And now I'm confused. You can find my games over at cindy.h.io, that's cindi.h.io, including the game I played earlier during this marathon, Meet Your End, which is very thematically different from this. It's a horror game, but yeah.
And I've been Cindy with a Y. That's it.
Yes,
Lauren?
I have been
Yeah.
Marn. I will continue to be Marn. And maybe one day the games in my head will come out. We'll see.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing, everyone. And thank you so much for everyone who's watching on stream. The
Running.
next game will be
That will be
Nostos.
Yeah, Nostos.
Yeah, so stick on stream to see it soon. It'll be wonderful. This is the third day of our anniversary stream. Thank you so much for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Woo!
Bye.